There's no hope in this round. The time is not going to allow that. Grubby really all he has to do is save here. Going for anything more overzealous would be a little bit damaging. Almost manages to catch Config with his pants down facing the wrong way, but a really good start now for the Dignitas side. Rugger keeping himself up the board with the rest of the team, and everybody hitting their shots is of course a great way to start any game. They are going to get a bye together in this round, Team AGG. It isn't the best one by any stretch of the imagination, and although if they do lose this, the loss bonus will grab them something at least, especially if they get the bomb down, that will secure a bye. And well, the way they're trying to do this is just with pure aggression once again. They're trying to isolate Rugger, but he's actually doing work. Cage him with his back as well, finding a couple of kills, but now we see the fall of a couple more players straight back. Rallen looking to try and find this kill, but it looks like the position they've put Rugger in is actually working quite well for him. He's found a few frags along the way. They're just going to leave Rallen alone, but he's actually managed to bring this back. It's all down to Magic. He will close this out, and a lot closer than possibly expected.
Closer than expected, but still a 5-0 lead nonetheless will come into fruition for the Dignitas side. But will AGG about to turn this wheel full circle, just hammer in those nails needed to finally allow them to pick up a round here? Because of course, it's looking pretty rough for them. They are going to be putting at least a little bit into this round. But ultimately, it's a bit so-so in the grand scheme of things. It's just going to be those Tech 9 armor buys, and you can't rely too much on it. They are going to be trying to do those close-up damage. We've seen Dignitas struggle with that in the past. But this Dignitas, the Dignitas we're seeing in the server right now, looks like they can contain it.
Well, the other thing is they're not really trying anything new. They're just going straight to these A plays every single time. It will be a couple of kills going their way, and now they've dropped down with the bomb, which could allow them to get a bomb plant onto the B side. The only problem is Magic has read this one quite well. He's actually sat over on that B site, and the bomb went alone while the other players stayed on the A site, now isolating the remaining two players. Furlan's managed to get himself an AWP, and Pete still just has his Tech 9, but the bomb is in a pretty horrific position. At least they have plenty of time to deal with it.
Of course, the clock going to be ticking down. A minute on the board for Furlan and Pete to try and pull something off here. They are going to be getting themselves nice and comfortable up on rafters, playing around in those rooftops. Of course, they're nowhere near getting bomb control just yet. And with 50 seconds on the clock, we do hope to be seeing an inkling of just what they plan on doing.
Yeah, it's not looking good, though. The bomb still not any closer to being found. MSL will dunk Furlan straight out of the round as well. And Pete, he has 27 HP, a Tech 9, and no real way of getting anywhere near that bomb. So the only real decision he could make is to go all the way around the outside and try and flank round onto Config, who has now picked up the AWP and seems to be looking straight up the vent, which is quite a zealous play. I'd say maybe over the top a little bit, trying to hold off that position, but it looks like he has now changed to actually hold a little bit further down, and well, you can see he's just waiting to see if anybody goes to that bomb. That's very nice from him. Finishing off the round, they keep 3 players alive. He'll save the AWP for Cajun, and this is a much better CT side already, and possibly from what they learned, maybe it's just the matchup. I don't know. Either way, it seems to be working.
Some great stuff so far. Now we're going to be watching this one. 6-0 is the scoreline, and well, Tom, can we really pinpoint exactly what they're doing, or is it just simply put they've changed up their positions? Because this is a somewhat different CT side we've seen from Dignitas, and glossing over the fact that aside from it, it's just working. There's not too much you can look at and go, oh well, they've changed this, they've changed this. They've just kind of rotated these players around and just tried them in different spots, and well, with this working, you start to see Rugger. He's kicking in some action, finding some frags of his own. We're seeing the same thing from Config and Cajun, no matter where they're playing. This double up setup, looking to do some work, of course, in this one. You can't knock it too hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure about positional changes, but the change in the players themselves, like the fragging ability, seems to be the case. Rugger feeling more confident. It opens up more space for MSL to find some frags. The remaining positions on the map can play much more confidently. We're even seeing a double AWP setup actually come in, allowing a movement from Cajun B over towards the ramp position to back up Magic. But the only problem is now, there's gaps outside. In fact, they're not really playing outside too aggressively at all, but it's going to be that push coming in. Rugger going to have a lot of work to do. The flashbang should do its work, and he's actually going to be able to peek out and get a free frag. In the meantime, MSL, as said, he's been freed up, has managed to find a couple of frags himself, and this is working really nicely. No opening at all. Config even going to flick no scope and find the head of Hyper, and this just leaves Rallen left to be taken down by Magic, who goes aggressive at the end.
A great way for that one to unfold. Dignitas, they are just keeping it going. They seemingly are an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. Maybe they simply have just warmed up to the game now. they've not already played for 2 weeks. They are now starting to bring it back. This is a much better Dignitas every single game. They seem to just be improving over and over again. And well, now this is really what we want to be seeing, a 7-0 start on the CT side, the side that they got smashed on when it comes down to it in previous games. And well, now they're really just bringing it back. If they can repeat this similar thing on their T side, they are going to be looking very, very strong. But in the current scenario, who even needs a T side? They are just keeping this one going on their CT side, 7-0 up. AGG don't appear to be able to even be granted an opportunity to respond, and already Cajun opens things up with a frag. Config will find himself another. These Orps just picking them off on a turkey shoot. And it seems AGG once again are just going to be dropped one by one.
Yeah, very difficult position already for the T side. They don't have any money to play with. This is a more expected CT side of nuke, or the old nuke anyway. We haven't really seen too many new strategies brought in, and AGG seemed like the bank is completely dry. Leaving this map, it may have been even worse for them, as Dignitas seem to be getting this rolling quite nicely. There are still a couple of players with them to deal with, but oh, Config actually going to miss the shot there, and now he's re-peeking. Luckily for him, Cajun is there to defend, so probably will find one, but Cajun there again as he finishes off the round. And well, they're just, as you said, sort of pick play. Not really anything too fancy, but it's working.
Well, let's talk about Cajun as well. He is popping off in a huge way this game. 9-3 so far.
KGB.
I mean, if that you know what? I'm not gonna judge you for that, because you're damn right with that one. Let's talk about Cajun B, because he's playing a great game so far, finding picks consistently backwards and forwards.
All the good things and the bad things that may be.
I'm gonna go B over here.
Oh, it's getting to that point. This is what nuke does to me. Either way, Config now up above. The world's so high. We will see the push just going straight into that secret position. Rugger's going to be out of the round with not really anything to say about it. But there's still those Orps trying to work the pick. The only thing is, if the bomb goes down, then those Orps start become a bit of a detriment to the rest of the team.
But of course, it's going to be MSL playing the gatekeeper of this secret angle so far. Cajun B will open things up with a frag on towards Groovy, and now MSL just pushing himself so close, and well, the flash hasn't rolled out, which means this pick will just be beautiful. But in fact, he's going to get pre-fired. Pete will take him down, drop him straight to the floor. And we find ourselves with AGG, their round potentially on their hands. But of course, Config, he's going to be playing this very close angle up on stairs. Just going to be looking for a pick. Is Pete going to be getting to the flash will roll in? He's going to be crouching this one out. A little bit of fire to force him off the stairs, and this is some really good stuff. But of course, it looks like he's just going to be standing through it. He's going to be taking the brunt of this push. Knocked down to 21, standing with 1 HP, but a skin of his teeth, he walks away with the fire. I'm not sure how he got away with it, but he will get away. As Cajun B will find another frag, and making that another frag. Config going to pick up a return frag on Pete, and it's all falling apart for the AGG side, and I'm still not sure how he managed to walk away from just 1 HP.
Well, he had 1. Cajun managed to get 2 extra frags while on 17 HP, and just no return there from the AGG side. And well, Cajun is going really big in this one. Config 9-1, Magic 8-1. Rugger and MSL are still fragging along as well, and it just looks like, yeah, sort of unstoppable force. And you're looking at the other side of things, 1-9 on Hyper, Pete 2-9. So maybe it's just the fragging ability, or just the fact that they don't really know how to play this map. That could always be just the decisive factor, that AGG, they're not really ready for this map, so they try and take the aim dual sort of battle, and well, Dignitas should always win that battle.
Of course, a couple of frags are already rolling in here. Groovy has fallen, Config also has fallen. But Cajun B is still alive, and he has been such an influential factor in this game so far, and he's looking to pick himself up some more frags now. Looking towards Raul, and they're not actually going to go for the shot. The flash is going to be slightly detrimental. They're going to be creeping themselves up towards the inside, the inner workings of Upper. As we do see Hyper just going to be parkouring his way on towards Rafters.
Yeah, nice entry for Hyper, possibly the first round. Getting closer. Both AWPs are down and out, so a rebuy on those would be very costly. MSL is somewhat ready for a push to come into heaven, but doesn't look like they're going to be making their way there just yet. And we do see the bomb still very far behind. MSL looks to try and trade things out, but Hyper will hit the headshot, finally stepping up in this round. And well, now there's only 2 players standing in their way. One of them is Rugger. He's doing some nice work, actually finds 2 kills and gives Magic a bit of a chance, but Hyper is there once again to finish off this round. AWP will be picked up as well for Ralan. And well, now the rebuy has to come in, and will they go for the double AWP again? Or will they just switch things up and save a bit of money?
Well, I have another question for you, and this is almost a question that brings us right back to the early days of this tournament, which we saw the likes of MK and such, and we asked them...
Early days being yesterday.
Well, we asked them the same question. with this current situation being a 9-1, is this going to be just delivering that upset, breaking AGG's economy and forcing them back to no loss bonus? Or are we going to be seeing AGG actually finally start to build up some rounds?
This is the time to do it for AGG. If they don't manage to win this round, their economy even is
English
screwed.
is hard, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's tough language. Much easier than Russian, though. Either way, if they do manage to win this round, it'll be great for their economy. If they lose it, then they'll be stuffed. So either way, Dignitas, I don't think they have as much money as what we'd expect, especially at a 9-0 or 9-1 now. But they are doing the job, and that's the main thing. Although Rallen with that AWP, something that hasn't really come into factor too much, brings it back to the 3 versus 3. We do see this build-up coming in. One player in hot will be taken down, and MSL adds another frag to his collection. Will land on the head of his teammate and decides to go back, realizing that position is covered. But Rallen, well, the AWP in these close-range positions is not going to be too viable for him, and he needs to sort of either have his teammate do the work or just go rotating somewhere else.
Certainly a key question, and we're going to be looking to see if that one will come into action here now. As with just 35 seconds left, AGG will be making a hit. The big question lies on where will they be hitting, and we see Groovy doing some great stuff so far, just walking his way out on towards this B site, looking for a frag on towards Config. He, of course, has spotted him out. But now he goes for the peek there, and he's going to find the tag. Config now knows where he is, but it doesn't matter. Groovy will find the frag. And now he's control of the B site there. But MSL going to be dropping straight on the head of Rallen, just down from above. And Rallen is going to be hitting the deck, and that's all on this one player. He has to go and collect the bomb, and, well, he has 10 seconds to do just that. He doesn't have the time. MSL will take him down.
Quad kill.
And goodbye,
Nice.
AGG's economy.
Yeah, really nice round coming out from MSL. The in-game leader steps up, bringing his tally 13-6, and although it may not be the best KD in the game, he is now top fragger in the game, so very nice from him. And, well, the big thing there was he dropped the bomb, so the chance of that round going any other way was just ended right there. The money is completely screwed for AGG, as we said, and, well, this is now the chance for Dignitas to bring in a scoreline that we'd expect to see on the old version of Nuke.
100%, and now we're asking the question of what on earth can they do here? How will AGG bring this one back, as already Config opened things up with a beautiful pick, looking to take down Hyper as well. He is going to miss the shot. But as the repeat comes in, it's actually going to be Rubber. Locks him up, and Will Groovy now is going to be going for the peak with the Deagle, spamming away, trying his best. Is it going to matter? Ultimately, doesn't seem so.
Yeah, I love how every kill that MSL seems to be getting now is just him flying down from the sky and going for shots. It's quite nice to see. Terrifying for the opposition. But, well, Furlan now, he has a Glock, he has the bomb, and he has quite a bit of time. But apart from that, he really doesn't have too much. If he could find this kill, that would be really nice. I was about to say, is he going to go for the BM? No, he's not. In fact, he's going to miss quite a lot of shots. Will manage to get the frag, but Kajim is there to trade. And that's actually not too bad, because that drops a secondary AWP. They will be able to afford one again. But will it actually be something that comes into play? Will Config go straight for that secondary AWP, or will he go for a sort of lesser investment by just saving here? And I think they may have, well, they've definitely dropped the weapon. Whether it's a secondary AWP, we will just have to wait and see going back into the round. But I don't think it's a bad thing if they have gone for the secondary AWP, and they have. So he's been doing reasonably well with it. They're very far ahead. Why not try and keep this working?
Indeed, especially when you can pull off a shot like that. Takes down Rallen straight through the shot, looking for one more. Going to be pre-firing Hyper straight through the railings, and he's going to hit that shot as well. And now Cajun B, he's going to be firing all cylinders. Finds 2 for himself, and suddenly there is 1 man left. Starladder will hit the deck. Config will take him down with a pistol, and Dignitas are being so dominant. What a way to wake everybody in the building up right now, because they are taking a 12-1 lead. And we asked about confidence with the AWP. That right there is single-handedly Dignitas upping to the table and saying, we are more than confident now, we are back. And this is us in action.
Third time lucky. 3 is the magic number. They win all third maps very convincingly by the looks of things, so don't want to jinx them just yet, but they are currently 12-1 up unless Team AGG have something very impressive set up on their CT side ready and waiting. I don't know what we're going to see here. And MSL helping out his coach to find that first frag of the round. We are seeing the push outside. They are saving for this sort of last round by clearly feeling that 2 rounds is enough. And, well, I'm not so sure.
I think at this point saving is the smart call. They know that if they go for a force up, they're not going to find anything. That's how, kind of, for all intents and purposes, gone their confidence is. And, well, they just find themselves getting wrecked with pistols there, even in the pistol versus pistol kind of engagements. Nearly a team kill rolling in, but thankfully it doesn't quite take place. But now this is where we see the buy come in, and let's just dissect that terrace buy for a second, because...
Why not?
I mean...
if nothing works, you go for something stupid. That is my personal opinion. If you have tried 14 different things, why not try a triple AWP?
Let's see how this one will unfold so far. Already Conflict is going to be opening up with a frag on towards Hyper. That's already one AWP, already down. And now there's going to be two AWPs still in action. Oh well, that's another AWP gone. Rowland is going to be hitting the deck there as Conflict single-handedly.
I didn't even notice
Look at Negev or Rugger spamming away through the side of the walls. They're looking for a frag, looking to end this one in such a decisive fashion.
Poor Rugger.
Just looking
the coach joins the game, just
frag.
like, cool, go buy a Negev and trash these tier 2 players. I don't know, this is what it seems to be. It's just so mean. He's not even getting any hits, it's just the other players are so distracted that they can just push through. He is going to go very aggressive here. Looks like he may get punished. Actually going to find the kill, not quite going to get the second. But it's a little bit of comedy added in as KGB ends this one 14-1. Complete domination by Dignitas.
What a way to end it as well. And this means that we're going to be well and truly catching up with things here, Tom, because if this keeps on going, if Dignitas walk away with a pistol round,
cyberbullying.
Such a great way indeed. I'm not even going to respond to that comment. That right there is that is a Reddit or a HLTV comment in a nutshell. Not something I was expecting.
Oh, that round was just bullying. Just him running in with a Negev. Just like, come on, let's just trounce the poles right at the end. Either way, after the first two maps, not really what I expected to see in the third, but it is going to be a pistol that, well, it doesn't even need to be said. If they lose it, they lose the game. If they win it, there's the smallest slither of hope probably ever in history. Either way, Furlan will start things off nicely. The rest of the players are going to go aggressive and try and shut down Hyper. Shooting away will be MSL, who's had a pretty damn good game, but so is the rest of the team. Hyper will manage to find another one, but Cajun and Magic are right back in this.
The bomb going to be going down now. They do find themselves in a bit of a rough situation. It's still a 3v3 though. Cajun going to be looking to find himself one more frag. Baiting with his teammate. Now they go for the double peek. Can they still find a frag? Eventually they will. Magic will close it all out, finding a frag on towards Rowland, and Dignitas, they get themselves on series point. 15-1 will be the scoreline, and we're basically going to be seeing what is effectively a rifle force-up, as expected from the Dignitas side, bringing one shotgun into fruition on the hands of Rugger. As well as, take a look over to the AGG side. It's just going to be whatever they can bring to the table.
Hey, Rugger's gone for the pump. He knows this is how you win a game. You bring in the Nova. So we'll see whether or not he's able to do anything here. Looks like he's going fairly aggressive. Of course, it is the pistols to save the game. This is a scoreline you may expect to see on the old version of Nuke. Well, actually, I have seen a 16-0 on this during the female stars, but hasn't been something seen too often. So let's see if he manages to pull it off. Magic will find the first config. Going to grab another. There is the pump. Finding one. And while Pete now left with an impossible task, he's left on the outside, and he's going to stay on the outside. A dominating performance from Team Dignitas. They take their second win in this tournament, and I don't even think there's any point going into too much analysis here. The only thing that can be said, AGG got wrecked. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be back with Team X shortly.